Hello and welcome to another episode of BakeoCraft. A lot has happened between episodes, except this time, instead of it being in the world, it has been in real life. Get it? Real life? Bad joke? Okay, fair enough. So, between episodes, I said, you know what? Enough is enough. This laptop is ancient. It is just full of files and junk and probably a decent number of viruses from shady game downloads. And I just said, you know what? It's time. And so we uploaded the world to Realms and we factory reset the whole thing. And we spent today, oh boy, we spent so much of today just downloading software and getting it all reset up, and everything is running so much better. It is so nice. Don't get a laptop. Do not get a gaming laptop. But if you're going to get a gaming laptop, make sure it's like new. We re-downloaded the world from Realms and we are good to go. The problem, because it's the start of the episode, so I have to tell you what went wrong, is that when you re-download a world, one, you lose all your experience, and two, you don't keep your inventory. So, we once again lost all of our enchanted tools. Twice. In 2 episodes. Now, this being a very different thing than falling in lava completely of my own accord, I went ahead and just picked up the exact same enchanted or unenchanted tools that we had at the end of last episode. So the pickaxe and the shovel are exactly the same. I didn't even bother putting enchantments on the diamond sword. It had a lot of stuff that ultimately I don't think I want long term. I am not a big sweeping edge is great. Excuse me. I'm not a big fire aspects guy. Not my favorite. And I'm also not huge on knockback. And so rather than just let that sword sit there and go to waste, I said, you know what? We'll just start from scratch. So this episode, we are going to get the equipment situation taken care of, right? We are going to make sure we have good gear, head to toe. And we're going to make sure we have good tools, goodness, right? I am done using iffy stuff, all right? So we are going to do some grinding. It is not going to be on camera. And yeah, when I come back to you, theoretically, we should have a strong armor set. What that looks like exactly, I'm not sure, but I will keep you up to date with the important details.
expressions unclear, and foggy stones draped by our toes made us look up into our minds. We climbed up there just to see what we could find.
Alrighty, I wanted to build that dock today, so we're gonna start with some oak pillars. 1, 2, 3, 4, right about there. Bring it up, and I think we'll do. I want it to be around here somewhere, so we'll do kind of like a diagonal to fit the curvature of the island. We'll go 1, 2, yeah, and then right here. And I have this weird thing where I like my support pillars to look like they're going all the way into the ground. I don't know, call me crazy. And then, let's see, another one. 1, 2, right there. A little bit harder than it needed to be, but I suppose that's on me. Ready? And then we'll go another 4 over. 1, 2, 3, 4. Click. And yeah, feels good. Let's go ahead and do. Actually, you know what? I want to go ahead, throw some stairs in. Look at me prepping and actually having my supplies. Boop. There we go. There's some stairs in at the supports. There and right there. And then we will. Actually, I think. I don't know. Is that right? That doesn't feel right at all. I don't think. We should have it on the inside. Yeah, and then the stairs go in like this. Okay, yeah. That's better. However, that does mean we need to get rid of. Alright, we are all set with the dock itself. We're probably going to bring the wood out a little ways. Try and make it look a little more like a dock and less like a tiny little piece of jutting wood. But for the... Come on, man. For the... Where are the trapdoors? Did I not make trapdoors? Alright, so we got the base of it filled in. Definitely going to want to bring the spruce out a little ways. But first... Actually, the way we did it on our other deck, I think we'll try and keep consistent. We'll do like this. And we'll get the other easy one knocked out real quick. There we go. Alright, and then I think we're going to have to do more on the outside. Just because how else are you going to... Yeah, I don't think it'll look good. That like that. There we go. So we got the outside of the deck covered. Let's give it some height variation. Don't slabs on there. Yeah, starting to come together nicely. Grab a shovel on me. All right, I'm gonna grab a shovel. I'm gonna dig this out. I'm gonna get right back to you. All right. Bringing this out a little ways. I'm gonna keep fiddling with it, but this gives you just a general idea of what we wanted to do. There we go. Let's look at it from the water. Yeah, there we go. Gonna fill this in with some bushes later. And oh, actually, go ahead and do this on camera. This looks a little too flat for my liking, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw some trapdoors here, just to give it a sense of this is where the dock is actually connected, or the deck is actually connected to. There we go. The beams, or where the beams in the dock are connected and kind of fastened together. I think that gives it a little more sturdiness. At least it does to me. But yeah. Go grab some glow lichen, and we are gonna start spawn-proofing this island a little bit, because I don't know if you saw during those fishing time lapses, it was going pretty quick, but creepers can spawn all up on this rooftop. I'm not okay with that. Jesus! Oh! Okay. Where did he come from? Oh. One of my cousins, when I told him I was doing this, he goes, "Oh, do you really lay it on thick?" I was like, "No, I try to be as natural and like myself as I can be. I just want to hang out with people and play Minecraft." There's just a little ledge up there. Whew! You almost got a put on screen, but in real life, that scared the crap out of me. Zombie just falling from the sky. Oh, I am genuinely glad the mic was smoothed over and not in front of me, because whoo, that was terrifying, and I jumped hard. All right, back to collecting ourselves some glow lichen. These wheat fields are really growing up, man. I am so pleased with these. Oh my goodness, look at that. Look, don't look at that. Don't look at that. Look at this. Look how good this looks. Love it. Love it. Alrighty, well, we are going to want to use a large amount of coarse dirt later on in this episode. And in order to have coarse dirt, you need gravel. Or I guess a taiga biome. But in general, you need gravel. And I don't have gravel right now. So I am going out and searching for gravel. And I figure if I'm going to search for gravel, I may as well do it down here in the mines and, see what else I can scare up as I do so. But I was looking through the comments, and I found one that I thought would be fun to talk about in these poorly lit, cramped spaces. Our good friend Arn Styles asks, abbreviated, whether or not I think the FBI took care of MLK Jr. Now, the thing to remember when discussing a topic of this sensitivity is that we, normal people, right, are never going to have a good answer to this on our own, right? Because if the government did something and they planned to get rid of MLK, they're not leaving a paper trail, right? Stop. That's annoying. I gotta go check these potatoes. 1 second. My potatoes are fork tender. This is gonna be a minute. Okay. I just made the best mashed potatoes I've ever had in my life. Oh my goodness. Okay, where were we? Yes. Right. So, starting over. If the government did indeed take care of the Reverend King, it's the government that did it. They're not going to leave a paper trail. And if they did, it's not just going to be, some piece of paper saying, hey, shoot MLK, just sitting around in a manila envelope. It's if it does exist, which it doesn't. But even if some kind of paper trail did exist, some person in power is just holding on to that thing, holding it over the head of some other person in power, and we're never gonna know. That's just that ain't gonna happen. But doesn't mean it's not fun to speculate. Here's my take. Do I have any evidence or reason to believe that somebody planned to take out MLK? No, man, I wasn't alive. But if you look at the history of humanity, human beings love being in control. We love having power, being able to exercise that power over people. And what we do not like is the status quo being changed and shaken up and losing that power as a result of the change in the status quo. And it is a grand tradition of humankind to do awful things to maintain that power, right? So when someone comes along and they gain a following and they're looking to, even if it inspire good and needed change, right? People in power, they're not going to see it as, oh, this is a good change that needs to happen for the betterment of humanity. They're going to see it as people or peoples are trying to take my power from me. And they're not going to like that. So, do I have anything supporting the idea that the government did in MLK? No. There's absolutely no evidence that I am aware of, that I have access to, and that I've seen with my eyes to suggest it. It might be out there, I just haven't seen it or studied, the right things. I'm not one to speak to something I have not been able to study. Ooh, hey, more gravel. But not believing something is not the same as disbelieving something, right? So do I believe that the FBI did in MLK? No, I don't. But I do not disbelieve that they did him in either, right? It is very much in the tradition of humankind to do exactly that for the sake of maintaining power and control. So that's what I have to say about that. That's actually very satisfying. Right, we will have plenty of glow lichen in just a second then. And once we do, we will use it to start subtly spawn proofing this island. I don't want it to be a bunch of torch spam, and I definitely am planning on, oops. Definitely am planning on getting some leaves, but I don't want to just use leaves to hide torches either, even though I absolutely am going to do some of that. Ah, stop! Your time will come. In fact, yeah, we definitely need to start adding some too tall grass onto these huts. That's gonna... Oh, yeah, that's good. That's good. That makes such a horse zombie noise. Well played, Mojang. You scared the crap out of me. Alright. Well, honestly, this is a pretty good amount, and I don't know how much I got left on these shears, so let's start harvesting up this glow lichen. As tempting as it is to just coat the whole island floor in the stuff, I think we can do better than glow lichen spam. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna... Yeah, it has a different walking noise that I don't particularly love. I think we're going to be able to do a lot with this. Really, I think this episode is just going to be about detailing. I think at the end of the day, that's really what I'm itching to do. Is I got a bunch of builds that are good, not great, and I want to get everything up to a place that I'm genuinely proud of, and that I'm not going, this is good enough for now, and we're going to make it better later. So I'm going to just keep chipping away at this, and we will cut back shortly. Alright, maybe not as much as I'd like to have on there. I definitely want some more that side, so we might have to grow up a tiny bit more, but it looks really nice. At least on the island, it looks good. From over here, honestly, it's so subtle I can't even really tell, but yeah, not bad at all. Oh man, manually harvesting that is going to take some time, but honestly, I don't mind. As long as I have more questions to just talk about as I just do these mindless tasks. I don't mind the mindless tasks. Not without the topics. The problem is, it's just, you start thinking about, oh man, I still don't have this video out, and I'm spending all this time on, whatever small thing I'm doing that I like editing the videos and producing the videos and getting them out on time. I love that. That is so much fun. And so I'm already starting to be like, ooh, maybe I should make a farm so I can just churn this stuff out super fast, and then I can get the next video out. But the whole point is that I'm trying to go slow and engage and enjoy. I think that's definitely something that's easy enough to do. It is not at all hard for me to engage and enjoy with the slower pace, but I start stressing about the video. And so finding a format for these videos that's gonna work well while still allowing for a slower pace is going to be one of my primary concerns, because I want to make sure I'm putting out enough videos that YouTube will, appreciate the effort, as it were. We all know that they have their standards they like to see met, and there's, I got no issue with that. I'm not. Oh no, I'm not fussing about that. We don't have fancy leaves anymore. Oh, I really need to get Optifabric working so we can run Replay Mod and Optifine, and I can get my bushy leaves back. But they still add a lot. Oh my goodness, they still add so much. I have a spruce leaf addiction. I love them. And I need to just make sure I don't get too carried away. I'm gonna get a little carried away. Don't you worry about that. It's gonna happen. Just not need to make sure I'm not too carried away. This might be my new favorite light source in the game, honestly. I am chuffed to bits with this here. Oh, Lichen. Oh my goodness, so good. So good. Just want to use it on everything. Need to calm down. Need to calm down. That freaking zombie villager scares me every single time. Alright. Okay. So, everything is so much more well lit. I don't think we need easy anymore. I think we can really just do that. It adds so much natural. Uh-oh. Am I out? Okay. Alright. You got 5 more. Gotta make them count. That one didn't count. Oh. Yeah, there we go. Alright. I'm happy with that. Now we're starting to work on bushes. There we go. Alright. I love using the bushes to just take what is already fairly well integrated into the earth and just make it look like it is part of what is always meant to be there. They smooth over that line between man-made and natural so well. I think it's one of the best things in Minecraft is well-placed bushes. Ah, we're out. Alrighty. We are going to make paths now. I'm going to make... Whoa, hey there. Ah. Okay. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and make just a path from each hut to the center of the island. All right. There we go. And we're going to soften this corner. All right, so I think this is a pretty reasonable visualization of the natural paths that would be walked by people living on the island, right? That's where that looks like where the roads would be. I think that's pretty reasonable. I think we can kind of blow out this part here, make the middle connect a little better. Overall, there we go. Now, we gotta grab... Where was I keeping the coarse dirt? Found it. All right, so we're gonna take coarse dirt. Oh, coarse dirt, please. There we go. And we are going to fill in these paths that we just laid as a start. If you don't know what coarse dirt is, it is just dirt and gravel, and it has the wonderful property of not allowing grass to grow from a grass block onto the coarse dirt block. And the reason that is wonderful is because it lets you have very distinct paths that can run right up against grass. The other really awesome thing is that it does have a slightly different color, or at least texturing within the color, than regular dirt. So you can start to blend regular dirt and coarse dirt and just get really fantastic roads. This is kind of landscaping 101. This is not you know, some crazy brilliant thing I came up with. It's just, I think I saw Scar doing it and Wells doing it for the first time. Those were the first two I encountered, and the way they were using it and incorporating in the builds blew my mind. It really made it so that you could make just, I don't know, so much more real looking builds with just the subtlety. It's the small things that make builds pop and make them amazing. And you're never going to convince me otherwise, right? Like, this is the biggest build. This is what has made it feel the most real, right? And even now, even with just a straight layer of, ooh, that's not the way to get up there. Even with just one solid layer of coarse dirt and nothing blended in, I think some packed mud is going to look great. It already looks so much better, right? We're going to do a lot more still. We're going to go through, we're going to use path blocks, blend those in. We're going to add some regular dirt. We're going to scatter the coarse dirt throughout. So the coarse dirt is going to be the core block of the path, but it is not going to be the core block everywhere. It is also going to be a textured block. So just like we sprinkled things in and out when we were gradienting the roof, we're going to sprinkle in and out these hard lines in order to make it more natural, right? This isn't just going to be coarse dirt and grass and, you know, they stop right up against each other. This is going to be coarse dirt and then grass, little bits of coarse dirt, and then it's all grass, right? And this is how you take a build from being not bad to feeling real, feeling like it is a genuine part of the world, which is ultimately the goal, I think, in building. All right, let's go find where I left that bone block. That is not it. Just there it is. All right. Bone block, 9 bone meal apiece. There we go. This is really going to lock in the more natural elements of this island. There we go. All right, you want to wait till the end to start really bone mealing things up. You don't want to just go and spam bone meal right off the get-go. I never think that looks good. Once you're relatively happy, yeah, we go and get rid of most of these tall ones. There we go. Once you have a good setup and you're happy with the way your dirt and your coarse dirt and all of those things are intertwining, then you can start going in and really, you know, hitting it with the bone meal. And, you know, you hit it with the bone meal and then you trim back the bone meal. It's not just a one-click solution, but it makes a difference. Also, going in and wherever it's not going to be affected by regular grass, going in and adding a little dirt does a lot for just subtly breaking up the monochromatic coarse dirt blocks, right? It's such a subtle thing. If you're not inclined to look for it, you probably wouldn't even notice. But having regular dirt mixed in is a great way to amplify your builds. Now I'm going to go convert some dirt to mud real quick. Okay. Thank you so much for watching this episode of BakeoCraft. We are all out of time, but we did so much on this episode. And I am really, really sick of those berry bushes. They just look so good. All right, so we got the wheat fields. Whew, we made some major expansions. I was super happy last episode with just having this chunk right here. And now it is, well, it's at least twice as big. And at some point we will fill in that little chunk over there. We got our gear much better taken care of. I don't know if we actually talked about it on the episode or not, but yeah, we got protection 4, unbreaking 3, depth sprider 3, respiration and protection, fire protection 3, and then we got silk touch efficiency 5 and unbreaking, and fortune 3, efficiency 5, unbreaking. We are doing just fine. We got a couple of shovels that are all fine. I would like to get one with silk touch, so I quit turning gravel into flint, but we'll get there at some point. And we went ahead and we just detailed out the island. Oh! Also, I'm realizing slowly that this was never actually explained. Last episode, I was out on the plains and I was doing battle. I needed string for the dispensers for the mud converter. And as I am just getting my butt kicked by the mobs, we didn't die, but they were not messing around. We encountered a zombie villager. And rather than kill him, I lured him back here. And I dug this little hole. And let's see. How can I show you without hurting him? Dug this little hole. And we named him Mendelsohn. Because my plan, hey buddy, is to eventually make him our mending villager. So once we have the necessary potions to turn him back into a villager, we're going to make him a librarian. We're going to find him a nice, cozy, that's room for a cramped little spot, probably somewhere in here. And he will be our potions person. And so I think that's a good balance to strike between the people who like to just build up a trading hall and have all sorts of things and, kind of go crazy with the villager trades, and the people who can't stand mending even existing. We're going to get it eventually, but we're just going to have one villager. We're going to have to get emeralds through slow trading with him. Luckily, I have a lot of books. And yeah, that's how we're going to get ourselves our mending books. So for now, he is under the cave, and the multiple times throughout this episode that I've referenced the zombie noises, I was talking about Mendelsohn. So my bad on that. But yeah, we detailed out the island. I'm insanely happy with it. There's still some little things we need to do. Minecraft is a never-ending game. We need to go ahead and throw that custom tree. It's going to be a small one, but it's going to grow off. I think putting something back here, maybe some kind of smaller hut that will work as a stable for our horse. Still need a name for our horse if you guys want to do that. He's kind of moved in over here for the time being. But yeah, we got this place lit up, looking good, and we got our gear set up, and we got our fields taken care of. So until next time, guys, peace.